Hi guys, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel, and I am here with an update for my 21 and 21 project pan and my A to Z project pan. I decided this month to combine the two together because I only have 4 products left in my 21 and 21 project pan. And I don't have all my products left in the A to Z one either, so I thought, you know, instead of making a little teeny short video for the 21 and 21, I would actually tack it on to the A to Z. So here I go with my update. So here is the first product. It is the Nudestix Gel Color Lip and Cheek Balm. And here is a swatch of it. This is what I would probably put it on my lips, and I do have it as a topper right now. And then this would be it sheared out, like if I wanted to use it as a cheek product, but it's really sticky. So I've only been using this on my lips, but it did go from 6.3 centimeters to 5.8. So I've been using it. I don't think it'll be done by the end of the year, but I am gonna try. I've been really working on this one lately because I really want to get it out of my collection. Next up is another product I'm really proud of. This is my Burberry Perfume, and I wish that I had been using it as consistently as I'm using it now from the beginning of the year, because I have a feeling it would be at least halfway gone or more. But this went down from 162.03 grams to 158.47. So I was able to make another mark on it. I forget, like in my morning routine, I'm so quick. I want to get everything done out the door quick. But what I forget is, how long does it take to go? So if I keep this on my vanity in the morning when I'm putting on my face cream, taking my vitamins, and trying to get out the door, it's not hard for me to spray this, and that's what I've been doing. So I'm wicked excited. I am going to put it into another project that starts this month and goes up until next year. So I'm going to be working on it for about a month and a half in 2 different projects, but I'm not mad at that because I want to keep working on it into the new year. Next is my KMS Tame Frizz. This is a defrizz oil, and it went from 85.34 to 84.38. So I did use some. I was able to make like the teeny tiniest little mark. I just don't need much to scrunch out my crunch, so it's not going to really go down like I think it should. Oh boy, hold on. My spreadsheet just closed. I don't know what happened. And then the next product I have is my Pixi Glow Tonic. And this started at 99.41 grams and it went to 83.42. And you'll see these are my measurements, how I was able to make a new mark. I'm going to finish this by next month, or by the end of the project. There's no ifs, ands, I'm just going to do it. I don't care. I'm going to do it. It's going to be out of my collection. I don't want this bottle hanging around. I like the product, but I have other tonics to use, and I just need to move this out. So that's it for the 21 and 21 update. So here I am with my A to Z project pan update. As I said, I was combining this with my 21 and 21. So the first product I have is for the letter C, and for that I chose this Unique Confident. This was a pigment that was like loose, and I pressed it into a pan. The pan got bigger. I'm so excited! Woo woo! I'm not even drinking. Promise. But here is the color. It's this really pretty bronzy brown. I use it in my crease. I use it on my lid. It went from 2.56 to 2.55 grams. So even though it didn't go down a ton, it did go down in weight. And then next I have for letter E, my Unique Single Shadow in the shade Exhilarated. And this stayed the same in weight, but here is a swatch. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it, but it's like a really, like, it could actually be used as a highlighter. Ooh, I should try to use it like that. I didn't even think of that. And then I have another Unique pigment. This is for the letter H, and this is in the shade Heartbroken. This was another one that's loose that I pressed into a pan, and it went from 2.82 to 2.81, so it did go down in weight too. And this is the shade right there. It is so pretty. I am wearing it on my lids a little bit today, but then I topped it with another one in this project, so you can't really tell. The next shade is this is the Depotted shade from my ColourPop Wet Palette, and this is the shade I'm Chillin'. And it's a really pretty blue color. It did not go down in weight, but here it is right there. So pretty, but I'm so scared of it. And then another shade from that same palette that I depotted for the letter L. That was for I. This is for the letter L in the shade LOL. Crying. And did not make any weight change either, but there it is. Very pretty, but... Then I have the shade for the letter M. This is the unique single shadow in the shade Manipulative. And this went from 4.62 to 4.57. And I can tell that the pan has gotten bigger because I can see a little bit of silver there. And the whole pan used to be just this brownie color. So it's super pretty. But here is right here. It's like an orangey, brownie, coppery, metallic prettiness. I love it. Then I have for the letter N, the Clove and Halo Nakey Hydra Tint. It's a Hydra Tint in the shade Nakey. And I made lines. So the first line was right there by the cap. The second line is here, but then I shook it up so you can't tell. There is no separation, but there is if I let it sit for a while. And that I did not swatch, but let me swatch this quick. I'm going to swatch it on my other hand. Oh no, I'm going to swatch it right here. So here it is. This is such a unique product, okay? So here it is, and then it's like a liquid, and then you shear out, shear out, shear out, and it can blend into like anything. It's so pretty. I have 2 of these, and it took me so long to pick this up and start using it, and I can't believe it took me that long. I really like it. So I don't know if I said this, but it went from 70.27 to 70.18. So I've been using it, and I really love it. I love it. I love it. The next shadow I have is for the letter O, and this is the unique single shadow in the shade Optimistic. And this stayed the same in weight as well. And here is the swatch of Optimistic right there. So a little bit different than the one up here because this one is like, it's not as vibrant, the Exhilarated. The next single shadow I have is for the letter P, and this is in the shade Pessimistic. And it took me a while to figure out why I was not a fan of this. This went from 4.04 to 4.03. I was trying to use this as a lid topper and brow bone highlight, and then I realized, look at this swatch. It's like gray. So I would put it as a brow bone highlight and it would make things dark. It was awful. And I was like, this is awful. So the way I figured out I liked using it is if I want to blend a shadow that I think is too pigmented, or if I need to blend it into something else, I take a tiny bit of that and I just swirl it, swirl it, swirl it, swirl it. Or I use it as a lid topper after I use the primer stick, and then I'll put my other shades over it. And that's been working well. The next product is for the letter Q. This is my Stila Shimmer and Glow in Smoky Vivid Quartz. And if I get close, you can see it has a couple of windows, but I'm finding that this is very dry. And I don't want to add like a Duraline to it. I'm not using it as a liquid shadow. What I'm using it for is a lower lash line shadow, not waterline, but just right in my lash line, and then I'll top it with a powder, and it's beautiful. So what I'm going to do tonight is pull out the stopper, clean it off so that I can just keep it, and then the next time I weigh it, it'll be because I can dig down in there and get product out, and then just keep the stopper to use it for the weights. But this went from 33.3, I hope that makes sense. Went from 33.37 to 33.23. So, and at the end of the year, I'm calling this done. It's done. I'm going to consider it an empty, not a declutter, an empty, because I have used the crap out of this. And then I have my OFRA bronzer duo in the shade River. This is a Samantha March and OFRA collab. It's super beautiful. I love it. There's a shimmer side, a matte side. I swirl them all together. And this went from 90.42 to 90.39. So I've been making a dip in it, but it will not have pan. It will not have anything except a weight difference the whole year. So I'm going to keep using it, but I don't know. The next shadow I have is for the letter, and that was for O. And then for the letter S, I have the Makeup Geek shade in Shimmer Shimmer. And this went from 2.81 to 2.80, and it's like a really light pink color. I really like it. It's right here. And this probably would be like a really good like one to put on my lid to just cover the primer. And then for the letter T, I have the ColourPop shadow in the shade Thickums, the really pretty silver color. This is so opaque. Hang on, let me show you. Oh, I almost dropped my the Nakey tint. Look at how opaque that is. It is a super pretty silver color. I used it in one of my projects. That went from 2.81 to 2.80. I think I used it in the color collab with the girls last month because it was Halloween themed. And then this, for letter V, I have my Crabtree and Evelyn Sweet Almond Oil Body Lotion. That's this product. It's so funny. The things that I thought I wouldn't use in the beginning of the year, like my perfume and this, I'm like, wow, I really like realized how I like it, and I really need to like keep using it. But I was able to make another mark on this, and it went from 308.49 to 285.83. So I'm using it. It's not going to be finished by the end of the year. I doubt it. Maybe it will be by some miracle, but I doubt it. But I'm going to keep trying, and I'm going to keep using it. I like it better than I did in the beginning of the year. For W, I have my Windmere Stress Relief Roll-On Oil, and this went from 28.7 to 28.6 grams, and I am using this basically at school, and I will continue to bring it and use it, dab it behind my ears. I've actually made kind of a show of doing it for my students. I'm like, oh my God, you guys, you're stressing me out, and they crack up laughing, and I mean, isn't that what I want them to do, is kind of giggle and enjoy school? So that's what I'm doing. And I'm just swatching this last product because the last product I have in is my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Cottage Cheese. And this went from 8.3 centimeters to 7.6 centimeters. Ooh, sorry, I kicked my camera. So stinking excited that it went down. And here it is. I literally use this as a shadow base, as a primer. I use it as my primer, and then I go over it with shadow. So I'm super excited because it's gone down. I don't think it's not going to be done by the end of the year, but I'm going to keep chipping away at it. And at least I found a way to use it so that it doesn't go bad in my collection. So that's all I have for my 21 and 21 and my A to Z project pan. This A to Z project pan was created by Jessica and Amanda. So go over to the PANtastic Ladies and check out all our projects. I have one starting up soon. There are so many projects there. If you are a project panner or you just like watching the project pan community, go to that Facebook group. Everybody's so wonderful. It's my favorite like community in YouTube. We're so positive and we support each other, and I've made so many good friends, but not friends, like they're virtual friends, but we do converse over Marco Polo or text or whatever. It's wonderful. But anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like me, please consider subscribing. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will talk with you soon.